Morning, everyone. This is Sean Bonner with Start Your Week with a Coach. So this is the video that goes in my newsletter going for next week. And what we're going to be talking about today is that your next level is balance. So first off, if you're joining me, make sure you like, subscribe, follow, whatever is where you're watching this. Do the social media thing. Share it if you think it's helpful. And today I'm really excited because this idea that we should all have more balance in our life is something that I've always been talking about in my career. Because, if you're the person that's always working and you don't have time for relationships, to find something romantic or, find your spouse or to spend time with friends and family, that's not really success. Or if you spend all your time obsessing about relationships, that your whole rest of your life falls apart, your health, your other relationships, your work, that's not healthy also. And as a certified high-performance coach, it's my job to help you find sustained levels of success without destroying relationships, without destroying your health, and without burning out. So with that in mind, just some thoughts on, this idea of balance. So when I first got into my career in tech, I was working at Walmart Corporation. So I went from, grad school to working on software in a corporate environment, which was a completely different game. And, there were long hours. It was stressful. We were on call all the time. And so sleep sometimes was really, iffy. There's a lot of stress going on. I felt like all I did was work, and the little time that I had to just kind of relax as someone that's introverted was spent trying not to be around people so that I could kind of settle in and prepare for the next day. And what ended up happening is I had insomnia. I wasn't sleeping. I was getting more stressed out, kind of isolating. And it was kind of dark for a while. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know how I was going to figure my way out of it. And what really kind of helped me was this idea of, okay, I need to do something other than work, and now there's anything wrong with that. But, to have these different areas in your life where, I took up running marathons, I started playing and writing music, and, try to make an effort to socialize at least a couple of times a week, because you need these different areas of your life if you're going to be a happy, healthy human being. And if you're looking to have more joy in your life, more personal progress and growth, and more impact in your community, it starts with being balanced. Not only are you more interesting, but it keeps your sanity sane. So, with that said, I have 3 quick ideas for the week to help you really find more balance if that's something you need, or to fine-tune it if you think, I'm pretty good. Well, these are 3 best practice strategies that will help you keep balance and help you identify when things start to go off kilter, and, so you can get back on track. And this is not to say that if you have a lot of obligations that, focusing on your career or work or, surviving, it shouldn't be focused upon, because that's reality, right? If that's true for you, then we're cheering you on. Okay, I just want to say that right away. I know not everyone has that luxury to have space, but I bet you'd think it's true, though, that there's probably a couple of things you could rearrange in your life to do some more things to help you be more balanced. It comes down to priority sometimes. So I will challenge you with that. Take that with what you will. But, okay, so getting into these 3 ideas to help you find more balance in your life so you can be that happier, better person that has a greater impact and greater legacy, is point number 1 is to measure yourself. So 3 or 4 buckets that I like to use in my coaching that helps my clients a lot is, how are you focusing on your career and how much time is it taking up? How about relationships, friends, family, stuff like that? How are you in your health? and how are you in your general well-being? And health is like exercise, nutrition, sleep, hydration, and stuff like that. And well-being is more, how are you rejuvenating? How are you meditating? Are you kind of finding your center more during the day? That's a way to put that. So with those 4 buckets, to kind of measure yourself on, how are you in each of those? Like right now, if you were to measure yourself right now on a scale of 1 to 10, definitely do that. Sorry, I got a call. So, sorry, phone call. How could you measure those buckets? But how are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Sorry, live show, and for whatever reason, my phone should have been canceled, but definitely popped up. So I'll have to give my brother a call back here in a second. Okay, so how are you doing in those 4 buckets? Are you measuring yourself every day? And how balanced do you think those buckets are? If there's one that you're completely focused on at the expense of others, and that trends for like a week, it might be prudent for you. It might be something that you can change that would have a huge difference in your life and your quality of life. Just being a little bit more focused on your health than your career, or spending more time with relationships. And these things are constantly being shuffled, so it doesn't mean that you can't have a focus for the next month, the next couple of months, or whatever, next week. But be aware that that's a choice, and be intentional on how you're spending your time. The second thing is to have some type of journaling practice to reflect, right? So you're going to measure. This reflection part's super important, and I can't stress how impactful it can be in your life to just take time to think okay, I'm not happy with what's going on. What could I change? What's in my control to do differently to get some better results, to feel better, to have a better quality of life, to be building the life that I want? It's such an underrated tool in personal development. That's the word I'm looking for. That it can really, really be impactful. So make sure you measure on those 4 buckets, career, personal life, relationships, well-being, and health. Make sure you have some time every day, even if it's just 5 minutes, to think how could I improve my life? What could make a difference in helping me feel better? And then the third option, or third idea to remember, is you have way more agency in your life than you think. And what do I mean by agency? Well, that means your ability to make choices to actually implement those ideas that you have. So this was a really powerful idea when I was trying to get out of my slump where I felt like all I was doing was work. It feels like the world is conspiring against you. Maybe it feels like your boss doesn't care, the people that you work with don't really care, but really that's giving away your power. And we don't want you to give away your power. You can choose to set boundaries and say, I'm not working after this time, or I'm not taking on that extra stuff, or I need to take care of myself. I'm going to go to the gym at lunch. So I'm taking an hour or hour and a half break, or whatever it is. You can make those choices, and it might seem like you can't, and you might ruffle some feathers as you go forward with that. But ultimately, when you're taking care of yourself, working out, you come back, your mind's fresher, you can think through things better, it's kind of like a second win that can happen in the afternoon, like in that example where you go work out at lunch, where you get back and, boom, there you go. You're fresh, you're productive, and actually can make you much more effective to have that break to take care of yourself. So it's just 3 ideas that I wanted to share with you guys. If you like videos like this, I do have a free video training on the 6 secrets of success, just based on the science of high performance. You can check that out at SeanButner.com/secrets if that's your thing. If not, no worries, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure comment below if you have any questions, if you just want to say hi. I love shouting out to folks on here. So definitely do that if that's cool. And take care, guys. Have a good week, and I'll talk to you next week.